Hello and welcome to this session. My name is Javnyuy Joybert. I am a business trainer, consultant, and a skills development expert, and the founder of the Center for Entrepreneurship, Leadership, and Business Management Development Africa, where for the past 10 years we have designed and executed hundreds of skills development programs across 22 African countries and growing, targeting different set of people across the continent. And today, I want to lead a session with you on the path to building high-value 21st century skills that break open doors. The path to building high-value 21st century skills that break open doors. If you want to go far in your career, either as a corporate professional, either as a self-employed entrepreneur, business executive, whatever that you have chosen to do, skills acquisition or acquiring and deploying the right skills is a critical action in your life. Without the right skills, without a defining path as far as building skills is concerned, you will struggle to actually become a professional that can leave a positive mark in a particular sector in the society. We live in a dispensation. We live in a society where what you bring to the table, the kind of value that you bring to the table is very critical. And it is skills that create value. Without the right skills, your ability to create significant value will always be questioned. You will always have challenges being respected as far as your sector is concerned. And being right now in a business sector or in a society or in a dispensation or in a time whereby the world is changing so fast, building high value skills to survive and thrive in the 21st century becomes a critical action for everybody. And if you are still listening to this session right now, it is because you know and you believe that it is your responsibility to build high-value 21st century skills that will enable you to be a valuable person in your sector or in your industry. And I am going to share with you a couple of things that you need to do that will enable you to build high-value 21st century skills. Number one is pick your industry. You can only build the right skills around an industry that you have decided, you have chosen, or you have made a decision to be a professional in that industry. You cannot be everywhere and expect to become a master, to become a professional at anything. You have to pick an industry. You want to be recognized as an industry in which sector? Is it technology? Is it agriculture? Is it furniture? Is it education? Is it healthcare? Is it politics? Is it governance? Is it human capital development? Whatever, you have to choose an industry because you can only build skills that are relevant in a particular industry. That medical doctor that you respect as a professional in the healthcare industry is because he chose an industry or she chose an industry and dedicated time and resources to become a master in that industry. So the question I have for you is, which industry have you chosen to be recognized as an expert, as a master in? Stop being everywhere. Masters and professionals are not everywhere. They are recognized for bringing exceptional value in a particular sector in the society. The second thing to look at when it comes to building high-value 21st century skills is acquire, develop, and deploy industry-enabling skills. There is what I call industry enabling skills, or better still, destiny enabling skills. For you to win in every industry, it is your responsibility to acquire the enabling skills in that industry. Every industry has enabling skills. Without the core skills, without core skills, without the acquisition and deployment of core skills in that particular industry, you will struggle to be a successful professional in that industry. So, do you know the industry enabling skills that you must acquire to survive and to thrive in your industry? What are those skills? And in every industry, there are hard enabling skills and there are soft enabling skills. And I want to talk about some soft enabling skills that any professional in any industry should acquire. Number one is processing skills. This is what is called transferable skills. This is a skill that for you to survive in any industry, you need to have these basic core soft skills that will make you an exceptional professional in that particular sector. Number one is processing skills. Processing skills is your ability to understand, is to process, is to break down information, understand, process the information, and understand it and possibly communicate it. That is to analyze things. You don't just hear things and you start executing. No, you process it. You break it down for proper understanding. Number two is the ability to be resourceful. You need resourcefulness as a skill for you to survive in any industry. If you are not resourceful, if you don't have access to resources, you don't know how to connect people to the right resources, you will struggle in that industry. Number three is the fluency of ideas. This is the ability to be able to pick out an idea from your mind and convert that idea into a project or into a product. It is that ability to listen to somebody's idea, pick out that idea from their mind, break it down into a document, into a paper, turn it into a project or into a product that somebody can tangibly feel it or understand it. It is called the fluency of ideas. The next important skill that you need to survive in any industry is strategic position. You will not succeed in any industry if you don't know how to strategically position yourself where the right people can find you. You don't know how to position yourself to be in the room where the right opportunities are being discussed. You can use social media, you can use whatever platform, but it is your responsibility to master the art of strategically positioning yourself in your industry. The next skill that is important is what I call 360-degree communication. For you to succeed in your industry, you need to master the art of communicating all around. It could be communicating through written communication, communicating by talking, public speaking, communicating by listening, communicating by presentation, communicating through making videos, communicating through graphic designs. Any method, any way, any platform, any way that you can communicate with other people, it is your responsibility to learn how to communicate. Video, audios, graphic designs, written content, just talking to people on stage, presenting something, whatever way, whatever means of communication, it is your responsibility to master the art of 360-degree communication. It's critical for you to understand this. So when you understand these soft skills that are critical in almost all industries, it will enable you to be an exceptional professional in your sector. After that, it is your responsibility to find the hard skills. The hard skills. Remember, I was talking about number 2, identify, build, and deploy industry enabling skills. And I've shared some already. Then look at your industry. What are the core hard skills in your industry that you need to learn to become exceptional in it? The next is number 3, identify skills gap and fill them. Identify skills gap and fill them. identify skills gap and fill them. For you to consistently build high value 21st century skills, it is your responsibility to identify the skills gap and fill them. Do not depend on your school program to fill the industry gaps that you need to succeed. Many schools across the African continent, their curriculum, their way of teaching is not updated or upgraded in a way that can provide the core skills that you need, the marketplace skills that you need to win in the 21st century. And it becomes your responsibility to identify, this is the field I have chosen. This is the path I have chosen. What are the skills that I am lacking that it is my responsibility to develop those skills? And this is going to cost you time and money. This is going to cost you resources, because you have to pay other experts. Apart from your school fees in your normal traditional school, you have to pay other experts to teach you how to develop the right skills that will position you for 21st century success. For example, if you're studying banking and finance right now, and your school program is not teaching you anything about cryptocurrency, it's not teaching you anything about forex trading, it's not teaching you anything about fintech, it's not teaching you anything how blockchain technology in general is going to change the way banking and finance operate, it means that your school is not doing things up to date as far as that particular sector is concerned. Now, it is your responsibility to step up the game. Start learning those skills, because you need them for you to be an exceptional professional in the banking and finance industry. Let us look at marketing, for example. If you're in school right now and your marketing degree curriculum is not teaching you about graphic design, it's not teaching you about digital branding, it's not teaching you about how to create Facebook art and Instagram art and YouTube art and so on, it's not teaching you about how to create TikTok commercial videos, it's not teaching you about how to create YouTube videos and all of that for marketing purposes, then they are not teaching you for the present dispensation. It is your responsibility to identify the skills that you need, start learning them so you can win. If you are a journalism student and they're not teaching you about digital content creation, they are not teaching you about how to run a good YouTube channel, they are not teaching you how to stream using different platforms in order to interview people and run live programs on the internet, then something is lacking somewhere in that particular program. I can give you many stuff. So you see, you cannot be lazy. You cannot just sit and depend on your school program or whoever is teaching you. You need to upgrade. You need to study. You need to feed your curiosity. You need to connect yourself to the trends that is happening in your industry and make sure that you're up to date as far as the right skills in that particular industry is concerned. I hope you're getting transformed. I hope your mind is being shifted as you listen to this particular session. Number 4, the fourth thing that you need to do in order to build high-value 21st century skills is you need to find where the world is going to and get there first. Yes, you need to find where your industry is going to and get there first, and then teach others and make money. That's why it's good to know which industry do you want to dedicate the rest of your life to be respected as a professional. When you do that, it is your responsibility to master the art of foresight, the art of anticipating where is this industry going to, and start learning skills of the future. Start learning what I call tools of the future. When you learn before majority of the population in your industry, you can start teaching them. You will become a 21st, 22nd century professional where very few people can operate from that realm. So you need to be very intentional about trying to anticipate. And you can do this by reading the news. Read what other experts are saying. Look at the complaints of people in the industry. Try to anticipate even yourself. How will you like the future to look like for you personally as a professional? When you do this, you start learning skills of the future. You start reading about the future of work, organization of the future, skills of the future, tools of the future. You read about these things, you start learning, start practicing, and start always being a step ahead in terms of knowing the right things about the industry so you can start teaching people on how they can learn that. The next thing that you need in order to build high value 21st century skills is intentionally push to experience change. Intentionally push to experience change. Intentionally push to experience change. Do not be stagnant. Do not just be there. If nothing new is happening in your life every month, as far as your career is concerned, you are very comfortable. You need to intentionally push to experience change. Read new things, try new things, learn new tools, go to new places, try to understand what their competitors are doing, go to other institutions, talk to other experts, but refuse to be stagnant, refuse to be stunted, refuse to have the same knowledge for month after month. If you are not experiencing change as a professional, if you are not experiencing uncertainty around your life as a professional, it means one thing. It means you are not taking growth actions. Whenever you are taking growth actions, one of the biggest signs that you will see is that you will start experiencing change. It could be change how you think, change how you talk, change how you look at things, change in results, change in income, change in new skills, change in respect. There should be some level of change consistently every month. So for you to build high-value 21st century skills, you need to intentionally push to experience change in your life. Do not be stagnant. A month should not pass when you are not experiencing something new or different. Read one book a month. Read a magazine every week. Learn a skill every month. Learn a future tool. Learn something on the internet. Learn a digital skill you have never learned. Try to use a platform you have never used before. But make sure that you are intentionally pushing to experience change. Growth actions are critical for you to develop the skills of the future that will make you very, very valuable. Number seven. People that will win in this decade, people that will win in the present and in the future, are people who have built skills of the future and have mastered tools of the future. I've been talking about this already. It is your responsibility to clearly identify what are the skills of the future in my industry that I need to start learning and become good at them. What are the tools that will define my industry that I need to start learning so that I can become excellent at them? I repeat again, people, especially young people, in this present dispensation and in the next 10 years, people that will win in this decade are people who have built skills of the future and who have mastered tools of the future. Entrepreneurs who will win and build sustainable institutions are people who have mastered the art of building companies of the future. Professionals who become relevant in this industry, in this particular dispensation, are people who have mastered and are studying the art of the future of work. They're trying to understand how change happened. They're trying to understand how evolution happens. They're trying to understand the various possibilities in the present dispensation and the future dispensation. It is your responsibility, especially if you are listening to this from any African country. It is your responsibility to take action, to choose the path that will enable you to build high-value 21st century skills that will break open doors for you. What I have shared is just a blueprint to open your mind, to stretch you, to point you to various directions where you have to start walking the talk. What are you going to do after listening to this session? Tomorrow, will you be a high-value professional or you will be left behind? There are many people listening to this. If you are not careful, The company you are currently working for right now, that company will outgrow you. A company that's very innovative, it adapts quickly. The employees who are not innovative and who do not adapt, that particular company will outgrow you, and you become stunted, you become irrelevant, and they will dismiss you because you no longer fit in the company's future. Same for the industry. There are some entrepreneurs, there are some executives that if they are not careful, the industry that they knew will outgrow them. The industry will become so innovative. There will be fast-paced change. A lot of things are going to happen so fast that if they are slow to adapt, they are slow to take action, the innovativeness, the evolution, the speed of the industry will outgrow them, and their company will become irrelevant, and they themselves as industry leaders will become irrelevant. You need to take action from today and start doing the right thing. Thank you so much for following the session, and I wish you the best in your career and in your business. My name is Javnyuy Joybert, Mr. Remarkable.